participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma's offense will have the ball first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Sooners are on the move. From the gun, running back on the move. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he roars into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Wolf. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Cincinnati's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC.
Turning it on! It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield. It's Wolf. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll get him down after a solid return. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
I love that. Where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Here's the handoff. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking to scramble. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Coastal Carolina. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Trying play action. This time it's complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
The Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete to the left. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And they pick up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. They'll go to the air on second and short. It's complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On first down, here comes this offense. Quickly complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got the back in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good, easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice. out of the end zone to not. Out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense is just simply... playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Lets it fly. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire.
Breaks into the open. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Makes the catch.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Bearcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They just keep firing. Back open in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Wolf. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete! So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Bearcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Flips it out on the screen. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Turns it on in midfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll try the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down, looking for more. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. The toss sweep to the right. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After run, now throw. He's got it and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And that's disappointing for the head coach because you drill these 2-minute, 4-minute type situations late in games. You got to have awareness and understand what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to bleed the clock, and you can't do that if you're running out of bounds.
And the Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. It's a draw. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And the Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Bearcats have taken it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a man. It's complete on the right side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Bearcats! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a three-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wolf. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Wolf. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires. It's caught downfield. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The run to the left. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. All business today for this ball club. They come out